G'day YouTube, how are you doing today? I am the Trishitkin, and welcome to episode 8 of our DNS Techpack Let's Play Beta 1.10.2. Yeah, let's just say that. So, how are we all doing today? Good. Good is what you said to me in my mind, so that's what I'm going with. So, in between episodes, I got busy with crafting a load of componentsy bits. Not a load, just some. All to get ready to make ourselves some 4K storage devices, like so. Actually, just made extras, so I've got enough for. I made more than I expected. So yeah, so we've got the 4K storage part. Now we also need to make the storage housings. So let's make. What am I missing of them? I need some more quartz iron. There we go, 3 of those. Perfect. And we just combine them. You can put those straight into, I don't know why I just like doing it this way, but you know, fair enough. 3 storage disks. 3 4K storage disks, in fact. So now I'm going to come over here and plop these in. Not in there, in... Oh no, that's right. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's where it is. So now, yeah, I can put stuff in here. Sweet. Awesome. That's cool. Now, I did also upgrade this grid into a crafting grid, which was literally a crafting table, the grid itself, the advanced processor, which is silicon, a diamond was required, things like that. So it's not bad. There is a lot in this mod. There is a lot of auto-crafting kind of stuff as well, I believe. I've not played with that. I don't know if I will. Might do, if I get a very big setup, I suppose I would. For now though, I think just using it as storage system, basic, everyday, boring old storage system. I might do the wireless transmitter, make it a wireless setup as well eventually, but right now it's fine the way it is. I could have set up like an importer and exporter sort of hub bus sort of bit, so I can just drag and drop some of these chests over there instead of moving them all in manually, which is what I shall do, but I'll do it off camera. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit around here boringly dragging and dropping all of the items I have into that, because these chests are all full, completely full. I don't know if there's like a storage bus kind of thing. It was in last external storage. I think that's what it's called, the external storage. I think that's what's used to hook up to the chests, and it'll display it in your grid thing. Yeah. 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 So, now you may ask, what am I going to do next? Now that I've got a bit of a storage system, I have a bit of a building, I have a bit of power, I have a bit of crops, I have a bit of stuff growing everywhere, a bit of food. Always handy, having a bit of food. I never actually showed you around my new garden. I'm going to show you around the new garden, and then I'll get on to what we're going to do next. This is all from the Agricultural Revolution mod. When I was out and about, I just collected some of these and grew up quite a bit. So I've got some prickly pears on my sand, and I've got lettuce and onion and more lettuce, pineapple, and some cotton, some corn, I think that is. Even more lettuce, I don't know what you are, tea. Some tea as well. Coffee and tea. So yeah, I haven't actually used any of it. I've just kind of planted it there to have it. Whilst I was exploring, I thought I might as well use it. Wow, this house looks dull. I should really try to make my house look fancier. But first, I think what I want to do is we're going to start a new mod, I think. I think. That would probably be the best thing to do, wouldn't it? To start a new mod. Where to put it, though, is a mystery. I don't want it in the same building. I want to have it sort of spread out a wee bit. So how about I move it in this direction? Since this is where our door is, have it out in this direction somewhere. It's annoying that I've put this here, but that's not the end of the world. I want it just out here. Outside? Yeah, probably outside will be best. Ready for the frame rate drop. Yeah, I think I will just put it out here somewhere. Now, do I want to level it up a wee bit first? I might want to level up to the same level as the rest of my buildings are, all up to the same kind of height up here, because that makes sense, having it all in the flat area. Although, okay, so the mod I'm going to start on next. I know I'm just humming and hawing now, it's a bit boring. So, the thing I want to do next is, if I use the right terminal to throw some of this stuff into, is blood magic. That's right, I wanted to get started on Way of Time's brilliant mod, blood. That's all one word. No. Blood magic. Strange. Very strange. Okay, so blood magic. This is a really fun mod, I think. Anyway, I like it. It's good. It's quite good to get started in early, because it can take a wee while to get started, to get into it anyway at least. So first things first, we need to get some string. I wonder if that cotton outside turns into string that I've got. Some string there. I'm pretty sure industrial hemp fibre turns into string. Does indeed. String. So we want to make some of these rudimentary snare traps. So I think we want to make a wee bit more of that. What are we missing? Iron. Iron, iron, iron. Do I not have any iron processed? I went mining. I do have some iron processed. I went mining as well in between episodes just to gather a little bit more things. So with the rudimentary snares, what you have to do is throw it at an enemy, even says here, throw it at a monster, and then kill them to obtain their demonic will. Now, only if they have the white particles. So, oh, it's midday. Did I miss nighttime? So, yeah, we're going to have to wait till nighttime again. But that's basically what you have to do. You have to wait till there's white particles, and then you kill them. Which, when I come back, I will show you. Harvesting crops. So yeah, I will come back when it's nighttime. The one time I need it to be nighttime, and yeah, typical. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, and it's nighttime. Only just, so mobs haven't actually started spawning yet, but I'm sure they won't be far away. There's a zombie first off already. Ow. Stop it. Wait. Ow, 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 ow. Stop it. Like, seriously, those things are annoying. There he is. So, throw. See no white particles. Hold on. Run away. Run away. You've got to have your, make sure you've got particles turned on before you do that. I think I actually turned mine off. Video settings, all. There we go. Now we'll go take on the zombie. Okay, so throw. Okay, still no white particles. No white particles. No white particles. There we go, white particles. There we go. And we got his Demon Will, which is a 4.81 quality. That is a pretty decent quality of will. See a zombie over here. Let's go take on the zombie. Let's try and sneak up as much as we can, because he's a skeleton. Did I just hit myself with weakness? Oh my word. Also remember not to die. Oh, it's got the right particles. Yeah. Okay, I have actually used up all of my things. You usually need about 3 or 4 of them, roughly. So it all is a little bit of game of luck as well. So yeah, you might not get as lucky as me, which was very unlucky, or you might get luckier and get them all on like your first throw. It all changes. So yeah, see 0.056. That is not a very good one. Let's take another 8 out. Let's hope. Let's get something off of that zombie that was just here. Hey zombie, look at me. Come here. Come on. Cool. It's another one at 4.42. So yeah, the higher the will strength, the better. So I'm going to grab some more, and I'm going to try... I've got a couple of creepers around. I could try a creeper. Let's grab a couple more. Might not need as many as this, but let's hope. Definitely not going to try the Enderman, because he will just kill me. Though I do need ender pearls. See a skeleton there. Skeleton gave me such a small amount last time. Don't think I want to try and waste any on a skeleton. Just in... It probably isn't anything to do with the skeleton. It's probably just a coincidence that it was rubbish. It depends on how strong the mob is, and I thought that was quite a strong one, but I guess not. So why don't I run around a wee bit longer and try and get some more of these demon wells, just a little bit, and as long as I don't die by falling down a stupid... Better. Oh, is that a spider over there? It is. Let's try and get the spider. Might as well try. Didn't think so. That should be enough actually. So now that we've done that, I don't need to be back because I can just carry on. Close the door and run and hide. So let's put that way, that way. Keep all my stews up to date. So I got a 1.06 from the skeleton, from the spider. That's not too bad. These are a decent sized wells. So the next thing we need to make, if I go back to bloat. Now that we've done all that kind of setup-y bit, what we should want to make is this sacrificial dagger, handy, and this blood altar. And we need to use up one of our demonic wills in there. What was it? Missing a furnace. And the demonic will I get to choose because I don't want to use my high leveled ones. So I'm going to use this 0.56 one. And I get myself a blood altar. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's a good thing to have. And thank you. We will need some of these blank runes, but we need to actually set it all up in the first place. And a diamond. But we can get all that later. So first things first. I'm going to sleep through the night, and I'm going to figure out a place where to set this all up. And I'm back. So I said I was going to try and maybe level this area up, but pointing down. I've actually changed my mind. I think I want to try and leave the land maybe as natural as possible. So I've put my altar way over here. Go away, cow. So first things you need to do is, well, cut in deep. You have to use the sacrificial dagger and just right click it, and as you'll notice, it will take a heart off of you. And don't die with it, because you can. Don't take that. You can take that last heart off and it will hurt quite badly, so don't do that. And as we've seen, the other things we next need... Can I words? Can I words, please? I can't words. So we're aiming to get the start off with was this weak blood orb, which requires a diamond and 2000 LP. But of course, right now, we don't actually know how much LP is in this thing. We don't know at all, because we can't read it. So that's a problem. But of course, we can make ourselves a way to do that, which is called the Divination Sigil. Divination Sigil, which is a blank slate. Can I make one? Okay. Got other things to make before I can make that one. So why don't we, and I think I actually need to have the thing first as well. So I think that's enough. I think it's about 500 each. I can't remember how much LP you get off each one. Let's just see. We'll see how quickly it goes. As you see, I've taken away all my chests as well. They are all now nicely stored in here. So if I want a diamond, although I do have a little bit of a bug that if I click any of these few here, it comes up with like the top crafting thing. That's a little bit of a bug I'll have to report. Beta. So let's go back over here and let's throw in the diamond and see what happens. Boop. As you can see, the red particles means it's working. And you can actually physically see the blood just going down. You can see it slowly draining down there. So it's definitely working. Just hope there's enough LP in there. LP, or life points. You can always just fill it up even whilst it's going. I'm sure that's plenty actually in there. Now that I think about how much is in there. Quite a lot. Now it's going to take a wee bit of time. It's not going to be an instant transformation or anything like that. It's going to slowly take out these life points, the blood in here, and zorb into the item that you've got. Diamond in this case. And while that won't take too long, but while we're waiting for that, the next thing we need to make is this Hellfire Forge. For this Hellfire Forge, it's block of iron, gold, iron, like that. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a weak blood orb. Always, when you get one of these things, right click it so it becomes owned by you. As you can see how it says current owner, it now belongs to you and it stores your specific life points. This is used in crafting as well as a couple of other places, which we should get into in a second. So as I said, we need the Hellfire Forge, which requires us to have a block of iron, and that should be everything we need. Cool. This is where we need our other demonic wells for. Of course, if I would remember that at the time, I could have told you that. So you don't want to be too close to your setup here, because this gets to be a multi-block structure, which goes out quite far. So I think I shall use this kind of area as, say, my back, where my back wall would be. So I'm going to use it as the area. And, excuse me, ta-da! That's what I was going to say. This is where you do our, one of the couple of different ways of crafting in Blood Magic. It's kind of like the table, if you will. And as I said, the first thing we need to be able to do is oh yes, we can get a blank slate and a redstone, but we need to make these arcane ashes. Clean forgot we actually needed to do that. Which is a piece of coal, piece of gunpowder, piece of redstone, and a piece of bone meal. I thought it was bone meal there. I got a bit confused when it said dye. So, well, of course, it's actually the same thing. So, we needed a piece of gunpowder, which luckily I have. A piece of, I think it was redstone, wasn't it? It was always redstone. Bone might be a bit, I hope I've got a bone. I do have a piece of bone. So it'll be from a bone meal and drat. I forgot what I need for my arcane ash. Bone, coal. Piece of coal. Here. So you finished? You finished. So grind up my bone meal for me. Yep. Cool. Smelting up some iron there as well at the same time. Better not forget that. So back down to our Hellfire Forge. And if you actually see in the recipe for the Arcane Ashes, you also need to have this. If you hover over this arrow here, it tells you how much willpower you need to have in your shard. And it says 0 will, 0 drained. So you can put anything in here and it won't drain it and it'll be fine. Because you see it there, it says 0 in there. So let's put in our coal, our redstone, our gunpowder, 1 piece of our bone meal, and even though it doesn't take anything, I'm just going to put these things as 1 on it. And the bar's filling up, and we shall get our arcane ash. The next thing, I need to go grab another piece of redstone. I'm also going to grab a piece of smooth stone, or stone as we call it. So I need some res stone, not some redstone. Just 1 piece will do for now, and a piece of stone, which is over here. Good. Kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to get that. So what we have to do with the stone is put it into our blood altar with 1000 LP. So that's half of the amount we used already. So I'm just going to fill this up. Drop 1 piece of stone in there and leave it be. It'll be a little bit quicker than how long the orb took, because the orb, it takes a longer time. It just takes a long. Let's see, there we go. It's already done. Blank slate. Simple, right? Next is where some cool stuff happens. I'm going to take my arcane ash that I just made in this arcane forge, right click on the ground, and we get this cool pattern on the ground. But that's not what we have to. Next, we grab that bit of redstone, just like it says in this recipe. We use a redstone as our catalyst, if you will. So let's just right click it with your redstone for your catalyst, then throw in your blank slate, or right click it in this case. That's what I should have said. And then we get some cool graphics of spinniness. And ta-da! Division sigil. Now the division sigil is pretty straightforward. If I right click it right now, it says 200 LP. And this is like my private network of life points. This is what the blood orbs stores in my private network. See, another 2 hits, 3 hits, however many I did there. I'm up to 800. And if I right click on top of this block, it tells me it's a tier 1 altar, it has 3600 LP in it, and can store 10,000 LP in it. Handy. So if I right click, I've now got 3800. So that's 200 LP every time I right click on my dagger. That was very close. Half a heart left, and it's getting night time again. So this has been a great start to our whole stuff, our whole setup. We've got ourselves a Hellfire Forge, our blood altar, all started to be set up. But we want to upgrade, because right now there's not a terrible amount we can do with just a tier 1 altar. We want to upgrade this as smoothly and efficiently as we can. So to upgrade to the next tier, we will need some of these blank runes, which are these blank slates, as you can see, and some smooth stone and my weak blood orb in the middle, or actually any above as well. The thing is, I will need 8 of these, because these get placed in a specific location. It's getting nighttime, and I'm going to get ganked if I stay outside much longer. Now, there is a book, but it is under the Guide API section. See, the Sanguine Sanctium. So let's see if we've got enough stuff to make ourselves a Guide Sanctium. We do indeed. So that's good. Let's see what the book says. And the book is a work in progress still. This mod keeps on growing every day. So just, be aware when you see things like that. It's because they're. Now, I would suggest reading this if you're very unsure about how everything works. basically. I would read it. It tells you all certain things that I've already told you. I haven't done the incense altar. We'll get into that. That'll be the next thing we should do. And that's what we're going to do, is upgrade our altar. Even tells you. But apart from that, there's also another thing in the blood magic section. Does it have... Yes, the Inspectoris Scandalum. A book with 1000 LP. Not too hard, I don't think. One more book. It's night time, so I think I'm going to sleep through the night and be right back. So yes, if I throw this book in here, it's got all of a sudden thirsty. I'm sorry. I get this Inspectoris Scandalum. And as you can see, if I right click, it says set to tier 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. And if I right click on this, it should, of course, or is it shift right click? Shift right click, there we go. So the next tier blood altar is missing at, la-di-da-di-da, it's missing all of them, basically. But it does give up this ghost image of where it needs to be. So if I had this like all in the air, it would show you where it's missing. So I just need to fill in these ones, and it'd be the same if I set it to 3 and shift right clicked. You can actually see what's going to be shown. So if I actually set it all the way to tier 6, this is how big of an area, if I keep looking at it, this is how big of an area is taken up by the top tier. This is as big a tier as it goes up to. So as we speak anyway, currently is as tall as it goes to. So this is how big of an area it actually requires as a full set. So height-wise and width-wise. But of course, that's not including the set down. You going to attack me? You're going to attack me. Why are you attacking me? It's daytime. Pest. And to get rid of this, the easiest thing to do, set it back down to tier 1 and do that. Now it's all gone. Ta-da! So yeah, very handy way of getting that all looked out. See how it actually works. Now, incense altar. That was our next step. Thanks to that thing for reminding me about that. Incense altar. If I can find it here. Here it is. Now the incense altar is a reasonably cool little block. What do I need? Charcoal. Don't have a piece of charcoal. How strange. Just use this. That's right, I was starting to make some of them in there. Cook it up. And I know that was a waste before anyone says anything. It's fine, I'll deal with it. I'll survive. Somehow. Not sure how. Charcoal. So the charcoal and my weak blood orb gives me my incense altar. Yay! Now the deal with this is, we can even actually look this up in the book, I believe. Incense altar. It hasn't got all the bits and bobs designed on here. There's also a wiki online which can help you through some of this. But basically the incense altar it helps you get more LP for your work, for your each time you use your sacrificial dagger, essentially. This is telling you how it's supposed to work. And it's also telling you how to make the next sort of, it goes up in tier system as well, so which is, I think, is pretty cool. So you want this, as again, reasonably close, but not too close because it can get quite large. If I remember right, it was... Let's actually turn on that tier 6 thing again. So literally you don't want it in the way of any of this. So I could put it about You want it reasonably close so you can get to there, but I think if I have it somewhere like here, I think that's fine. Now, oopsie daisy. Oh, there we go. You see how I've now got that? It's all glowing now. Didn't actually mean to push that, but okay. If I right click, it tells me I get a bonus of 20% just for having nothing extra, nothing fancy on it or anything at all. If I come over here and don't right click it in there, that used all of my health, as you can see, but I got a boost of 20% worth of my whole health. So, it's kind of better doing it like that. It's got a recharge time as well. As I said, there's also an upgrade way to do it, so you can eventually have a very large see, it probably does tell me here somewhere. If you place a row of 3 wooden path blocks 2 blocks away from the incense altar in each cardinal direction, make sure each path is on the same Y, up to 5 blocks up or down from the incense. So, basically, if I get some of those bits of wood, if I can get inside my house, so it was path, here it is, wooden path. There. Oh, it's got to be the tier 2 before I can get that upgraded on. That's fair enough though, I think that's reasonable, I would imagine. All my machines taken up still. So I'm going to have to... This is where the process starts taking a long time, because it is just kind of a little bit grindy, because now I just have to place this in, get a rune out, place it in, get a rune out, and I could automate this in this very simple way. I still want to do one at a time, though. I don't want to do more than one piece of stone at a time. Not now, anyway. Right now I can control it a little bit. So, like that is only one of the blocks. So I need 16 so I can get all of these blocks together. Which is rather boring, sitting watching me do this. And then that every so often. And eating. And then putting that back in. So that's a bit of a boring thing to say and do. Oh, also you get this soul fray, which means you can use this, but it's at a very reduced rate, so it's pointless to do it. It's a waste of your own health, is what I'm trying to say. So that is a very boring thing. So I think we're actually pretty close to wrapping up, I'd imagine so. So why don't I do this in between episodes, get ourselves up to at least the tier 2, sorry, not the tier 3. The tier 3 is this glowstone section here. That's the next tier round. Also, these blocks here that you can see under don't have to be stone bricks, as is shown in those ghosts. It can be any block. So that's also good to note. Anyway, guys, yeah, I think I shall do this in between episodes, get ourselves some more of these things, and I'll also try and think of a way to automate it. So, guys, this is the Tresh Etkin signing off episode 8 of our DNS Techpack Let's Play season 2-3. So this is actually our 3rd season of doing DNS. My word. Anyway, have fun!